We welcome everybody to another episode of Sports Talk Unfiltered, where we have sports talk with a kingdom twist. We got a good show tonight. We got a lot to talk about. We're excited. All we're going to talk about, some games that's coming up here shortly. We're going to be talking about some Lakers questions we got. We got to be talking about some Steelers Ravens games, but also we always get into that Monday night game. But we got Tony on my camera one. Say what's up, Tone.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
We got Howard in the middle here. What's up, H?
Blessings, everybody.
And we got my Washington in-house fan, Elliot, on the end. What's going on, E?
What's up, family?
All right, let's get into this Monday night game, man. It was something. Let's see a little bit of it. We had this Monday night game against the Patriots and the Bills. The New England Patriots were able to hold off the Buffalo Bills in a wild and windy Monday night matchup. The temperatures in the low 30s, winds gusting from 25 to 30 miles an hour, made for an eventful 4 quarters of football. Head coach Bill Belichick entered with the offensive game plan to just run the ball. Mac Jones threw the ball a total of 3 times with 2 completions. It was the lowest passing in a win in the modern day era. This was the game. So let's talk about it, fellas. What was your thoughts on that Monday night game?
Well, let's start by saying if you watched that whole game, I consider you a trooper. Because I watched it, and if not for the fact that I'd be on this show today so that I could talk about it, I probably would not have stuck with that game. It was not the most interesting game in the world, but it just to me, it shows the genius of Bill Belichick, because he realized that, they were both going to be playing in adverse conditions. It wasn't going to be conducive for anybody, but he says, hey, all we do is go out there to win. We don't care how we do it. We don't care. We're not coming out here with the fancy. If we want to throw it around the yard, we'll do that next week in the dome. But this week, we running it straight down your throat. And to me, it just goes to show not every coach can make those kind of adjustments. I was impressed with their defense. Just everything, and I knew with everything being dependent on, Allen, how their offense is constructed right now, that there was pretty much no chance the Bills had of successfully moving the ball, throwing the ball with gusts that at sometimes got up to 45 or even 50 miles an hour. That's a hurricane. Why you want to play? I don't understand why you want to play in a tropical storm. I don't get it, but they did it anyway. So that's my thoughts on the game.
Howard.
Look, Tony, you crazy, man. Listen, man. Look, when they were showing the game before it came on, they were showing how the wind was blowing and the crew was out there on the field. It almost blew every last one of them over. I'm just like this, man. I don't see how they play in that cold weather. I have no clue. For anybody to go out there and play in that football weather is kudos to them. But it was a good game, man. It was good. It kept me interested. I kept turning back from that basketball, but it really kept me interested, man, because I wanted to see if Buffalo would take this next step, or if New England was going to prove to say that they're the best team in the AFC. Right now, I know Kansas City is peaking, but to me, that team in New England, man, oh man, oh man. Anybody got to play them guys, even when they get to the playoffs, it's going to be a problem, man. And if they get the home field advantage, it's going to be more of a problem. Great game from them. Even Buffalo even played a pretty good game. But, man, how do you lose a game with a team throwing just 3 passes? I can't figure it out. I know y'all watched the run all over top of them, but I still can't figure it out. Because each side had to win against them. Each side had to win with them. So kudos to that. I told y'all that man in New England, that coach, if they win the division and they go to the playoffs, I don't even care if they don't win and they don't get a final playoffs. Bill Belichick is my coach of the year, man. Simple as that. Hands down.
Can't argue with that. Go ahead, E.
Hey, this is the NFL. If it's on the schedule, the game got to be played. Man, why wouldn't you adjust your game plan. It all comes down to coaching. The Bills threw 30 passes in all this win. What sense did that make? They refused to accept the conditions they were playing in. But hey, Bill Belichick, that's what he do. He went to the clipboard, changed the game plan, ran the ball down their throat. No matter what they did, to put 9 players on the line in the box, they still ran. They did what they wanted to do, and they won the game. That's what good teams do.
Yeah, that was a game. I don't know what the coach was thinking about for the Bills, man. Like you said, Tony said there was a hurricane out there, and he was throwing the ball like they was playing in a dome. So that goes to show a lot right there. Like I said, I think right now Belichick is with this game especially is starting to run away with the coach of the year. He's starting to get to the point where he's running away with that. I got a question here. The Tampa Bay played, and I was thinking about something here. And I wanted to know, Tom Brady's biggest competition for MVP is who? Elliott.
Wow, at this point, Rodgers. Hands down right now.
Okay, all right. Howard.
You saying Tom Brady? But I don't know, man. I'm trying. I can't. It was Jackson, man, but he done fell off, man. I don't know what's going on.
That's another question. As a matter, go ahead and answer this, and I got a Jackson question after this. But go ahead, Howard, answer this, because you ain't saying nothing.
I'm trying to get my thoughts together and say who else. But yeah, I got to go with Aaron Rodgers too.
Aaron Rodgers. Okay.
Aaron Rodgers too.
Yeah, I say at this point it's only a 3-horse race, and it's Aaron Rodgers to me is the front runner than Brady, and behind him it would be Kyler Murray, but he missed 3 games due to injury, so that's the only thing that I believe is knocking him out. But to answer your question about Jackson, the reason why Jackson is, I think, struggling and really is still the most valuable player, even though he won't win the award, is they can't do anything without him. This team has fielded 8 running backs this year. Come on, dude. 8 running backs? They lost their top 4 running backs. They lost 2 of their linemen, and they asked him, and it doesn't even look like they run an offense. If you watch them, it's like, you know how we used to play in the yard?
They drawing dirt on it.
Right. Hey, look, you go out there and do this. I'm going to run, and you keep moving. They can't catch me, right? So I'm going to keep moving around until y'all get open, and I'm going to throw it to you. If you Andrews is going to you first, but if you cover, I'm gonna just run around and the rest of y'all just try to get open.
Man, it's Jackson. Do y'all think they figured him out? And by figuring out, I mean realizing that he is the only thing on there worth making a game plan against.
Yes, if you're gonna say it like that. If you figured out that the Baltimore Ravens are nothing without him, yes, they figured him out. But you know what? Just like Tyson said, everybody got to play until they get punched in the mouth. For everybody to see that, oh, Jackson, all you got to do is, no, it's not like that, man. If he had any semblance of a running game, J.K. Dobbins is still there. You know, any of those guys, I don't think we're having this discussion about Baltimore, because I think they'd be running away with that division and probably the AFC right now.
All right, anybody else?
They too hurt, man.
At this point, man. Yeah, they are hurt. Early on in the season, they was getting the nod on these close games. They was actually being able to come out on top. Jackson was he was the workhorse. He was carrying the team. He actually was the Ravens. Now it's a different story. I think the defense is actually playing just for him. They're not really doubling anybody else. They know where the ball is going. Either he's going to run it or he's going to run around like Tony said. You know, he told him go this way. And if you ain't open, run this way, then I'm going to run the ball.
Right. Man, go ahead. How you think everybody hurt, though?
Yeah, man. And then they just lost 2 more defenders Sunday, didn't they? 2 of their corners. Yep. So, I mean.
Let me ask y'all a question. Y'all think they're a playoff team?
They 8-4, yeah.
Well,
they in the playoffs.
So
No,
It's
here's
gonna be tough.
they not. It ain't no lock. They
I
don't have
think
no X
I
beside their
think
name.
they gotta get 2 wins. I think 10-7 is going to be the record for the number 7 spot.
10-7.
So yeah, so getting them 2 games out of the last 5. I mean, I don't know what is Cleveland going to do. Are they finally going to sit Baker? I don't know what is everybody else going to be playing for? It's I can't just write down 2 wins right now. I mean, if you look at their schedule, who they have left on the schedule, I don't know that I'm just going to sit here and be like, oh no, they definitely have 2 wins up there, because they could lose every one of those games.
They schedule. They have the Browns, the Packers,
Ooh,
the Rams, and the Steelers,
ooh. And the Bengals, they got the Bengals
and
too.
the Bengals. And the Bengals.
So
Oh,
I could
God.
see the only one of those that I even feel like is a toss-up at this point is the Steelers, just because you don't know how long Ben Roethlisberger is going to last. But I'm just going to tell you, man, Mike Tomlin scares me. I would be out there winning games for him too, because even when, things go well, he got that look. Yeah, we did what we were supposed to do. These guys, they did a great job. I'm scared.
Look, the Ravens though, they got a rough schedule, man. That Browns ain't none of them games gonna be easy games.
Mm-mm.
They got 3 out of 5 at home. So maybe,
but
give and take.
I don't know.
But
All right,
they're all against top teams though.
they're all against top teams, and they all against teams that got playoffs, playoff pictures in here.
Man, they better get somebody that can check somebody, I can tell you that. Or they're gonna be looking home just like we are looking at them home. I'm telling you, man, they got nothing back there now, man.
Yeah,
That's why they went for the 2-point conversion.
But they've been doing this all year.
They've been doing it, and we're having a great football conversation, guys. And I appreciate what y'all do. Howard, you don't have to say nothing about Dallas. We're not talking about Dallas, so you don't have to bring Dallas into the conversation. Even though you were saying it in a way that showed, how mature you have become when it comes about talking with Dallas. And I appreciate that a lot. But you didn't have to bring it up. See, you talk about Dallas now, you don't even know when you bring their name in there. You don't even realize you said Dallas. You say it so much. Now you go to Hardee's and you order number 1 and you say, give me the Dallas Cup. You don't even realize that they don't even have no Dallas Cup. You didn't even say Dallas. All right, let's go on. Listen, I got a question for you. Oh my God, that's funny. All right, look, we got a question. I got a question. Frank Vogel has what percentage chance of getting fired before the end of the season?
You want my opinion?
I want your opinion.
He is not getting fired.
0% chance. 0% chance of getting fired.
He is not getting fired. No.
No.
No, all y'all think 0?
Yeah,
well, no,
0.
I say 5.
You say 5%?
Yeah, I say it's at least a chance. And the only reason why I say it's at least a chance is because you just never know. But one of the reasons why I think he's not going to get fired, and this is one thing that a lot of people don't know. So people look at the Lakers as a big market team. The Lakers are not a rich team. They're owned by a large group of people, and the Buss family doesn't even own. And they own 51%, and they splitting it between all the family. They're not cash flow. They're not like like the billionaires is on these teams. So they can't afford to be paying 2 and 3 head coaches.
Right.
So
right.
He's gonna get a chance
to run that contract out.
To run at least to get to the last year.
That's why they ain't give him. That's why they ain't give him no huge long extension either.
Yeah. I mean, like we gonna keep these short like LeBron contracts. When you know what I'm saying. So when he say is you or me, bye. Because we keep LeBron.
All right. Well, we'll go past that then, since y'all don't think there's no % chance. Listen, I want to discuss this real quick. Should the Ravens have gone for I don't know if y'all saw that Steelers-Ravens game. That was a phenomenal game. I enjoyed it. They went for 2 to win it. Do y'all think the Ravens should have went for 2 to win the game right there, or do you think they should have tried to force the overtime?
Man, that's football. That's what it's all about.
I don't understand. Explain.
Hey, it's about winning. He knows the best chance was to go ahead and take the game right then. They actually won. They actually won the game. He dropped the ball.
Well,
That
okay,
was
I don't
that
want
was
to
a
cut
good
you
throw.
off. I don't want to cut you off, but they did not
Good
win the
throw,
game.
catchable ball.
No, that was not a good throw. That was not a good throw.
Actually, if you see it, it was a good throw. But a lot of people don't see this.
And
It was actually a bad route. So when he was supposed to run that straight drag across, once he came, he was supposed to come flat across the goal line. He started to fade toward the goal line so that when he caught it, he would be in there. That fade took him away from where the ball was going. Had he flattened that route like he was supposed to, that ball would have went right in his hand and he would have went in. That's why Lamar Jackson was throwing his helmet down and everything, because it looked like he made a bad throw when in actuality they just did two.
What happened?
Routes.
What happened? T.J. Watt came in there and
Oh,
messed up his rhythm.
But
T.J. Watt messed up his rhythm on that play. T.J. Watt came in there. If Watt wasn't there, if Watts wasn't there, he'd have got that.
No, you're right. But if you watch that play, T.J. Watt was completely unblocked. It was designed for him to come in.
No, he wasn't completely. I wish I could pull it up. I don't think he was completely unblocked.
No,
he got around his.
He was unblocked. So the guy who went in was the one who faded out to go and get the pass. So he was unblocked. It was meant to option him.
Gotcha.
So if he dropped back to cover, then Lamar was going to have to run if he got out. So it was meant to option him. But I don't think everybody, T.J. Watt a bad man, dude, leading sacks. You know what I'm saying? 16.
T.J. Watt he won that game for them. Did y'all see him in that game?
Oh, he did.
Yeah, he won that. He won that game. All right. Well, what do you think, Howard? Should they have gone for 2?
Yes. Reason being, like I was saying a little earlier before you went to Dallas comment thing.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. I mean, I do admit when I'm wrong. I'm sorry, brother. Go ahead.
Hey,
go ahead. I'm sorry. I was wrong. I shouldn't have said
that.
But
if you really think about it, man, if they go into overtime, the best thing was for them to probably get the. You don't know if they're gonna get the flip or not. Your heads or tails. So, if they wouldn't have got the call for the receive the ball, they would have lost. Because they DBs could not stop that boy from Pittsburgh. That young boy lit them up, and Roethlisberger knew it. Them DBs that Baltimore had were getting toasted, and that's why they went for the 2-point conversion. Because they said, "Look, man, if we go down and we don't get the daggone toss, we in trouble. We in trouble. So let's go ahead and try to win it now." I like the call. I think I think he should have caught the ball. Just me, but I ain't out there watching it, so he couldn't. Hey, but I think choice. It was a great choice. I would have went for it too. I would have went for it.
Tone.
I'm gonna go ahead and be the contrarian here. No, I actually do not think they should have gone for it, and here's why. I wouldn't put Ben Roethlisberger's game up as a great game. He had some great moments, but he wasn't playing a great game. Your defense was holding them. They had a couple of blown coverages. You take away those blown coverages, the score is not there. What I'm saying is, you put that on an all or nothing play, man, we got to go down. What if Ben Roethlisberger only take them down and they get a field goal? Now we got a chance to come back and get a field goal. We got a chance to go down and get a touchdown because, again, we do have Lamar Jackson. So I just think it puts unless you got a play that you like a Philly special that you like 100% sure is gonna work. I don't like the idea of going for it right there, just simply because it is too risky. If a 2-point conversion was easy, people would be going for it all the time and they would never kick, because kickers are missing extra points at an alarming rate right now. So I personally would have kicked the extra point and gone to overtime.
I think it goes either way. I probably would have kicked it field goal, in my opinion, take it to overtime. But man, it can go either way. It's a coach's decision, and I guess he feel like, they home and you in that situation. But man, you gotta take a chance. Overtime. I mean, if you miss it, that's a division loss right there. You know what I'm saying?
Against the team you were supposed to beat.
Against the team you were supposed to beat. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta go and give your team another chance. But I know all players and all fans want you to go for it in that period. But Sometimes you got to be the
until
coach.
until you don't make it.
Until
Then
you-
why did you do it? Why you do?
Right.
You know,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
come on.
yeah.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm
I mean,
saying?
as a player, I like the call. You know, as a
As
player,
a
I like the
player,
call.
yeah.
But if you playing the percentages, and I'm thinking, so here's why I'm not looking. I'm not looking at what my cornerbacks are. I'm looking at I have Lamar Jackson, so I always have a chance.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And so that's just how I'm gonna look at it. And if you looked at the rest of the game, his defense they didn't play terrible. There was not a lot of offense from the Pittsburgh side for that entire game. It looked like it because they got the ball in the end, but of course that was contributed by some Baltimore turnovers as well. So it's like, I mean, I probably wouldn't have gone for it because I'd be worried about my job and getting fired and all that stuff. So I play the percentages, but I mean, kudos for him for going for it. You know.
Yeah.
I think they should have ran it to the opposite side. Do the play. Don't run it towards TJ. Don't run it towards the best sack leader in the goddamn league. Run it opposite of him. Run it opposite of him. Y'all can't go at that man like that, man. And if he would have dropped back, I still don't think Lamar would have scored.
I think it was a good call. I mean, we're talking about a Ravens offense that has not scored over 20 points in the last 4 games.
So why was it a good call?
I mean,
having problems.
Because they needed some points.
Oh, because they need to put points.
Okay.
Okay. All right. No. Well, then you kick the field goal under that mentality.
Yeah.
Extra point.
You know what I'm saying? If you take them when you can get them, you take the field goal. Because you get, a 2 point is not, it ain't guaranteed that you go.
Look, real extra points ain't guaranteed no more.
Yeah,
Well,
they
with
not,
Tucker,
but they should be though.
No, with Tucker, they guaranteed.
Yeah, they should be. They should be guaranteed. They not, but they should be.
Well, yeah, with they kicker, yeah, you would say, yeah, he gonna hit that time.
Yeah, he gonna hit that. All right, let's
Best
do this, fellas. 9:25. We almost need to get into our segment, but before we do that, let's go with who you got. And what I mean by who you got, I'm gonna give you some games that's coming up that I think are important games, a few of them, and we're gonna see who you got in these games. The first one we want to do is the Raiders versus the Chiefs coming up this week. Who you got?
You got the Chiefs.
I got the Chiefs.
You got the Chiefs?
Chiefs.
I got the Chiefs.
All right, there's no conversation on that. All right, we got another one. Who you got? We got the Ravens and the Browns coming up. Who you got? Ooh.
The Ravens.
You saying that like it's like that's a gimme.
I got the Browns. I got the Browns.
Oh, I'm writing this down. Oh, by the way, I'm writing this down.
Wow.
Too.
Yeah. And the reason why I got the Browns is because they're more whole as a team than the Ravens. The Ravens are just too broken down. At some point, you have to be able to fill the roster
They are
of players. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and,
they are.
And when you're losing them at this rate, and they don't have guys go down for 2 weeks. Everybody who go for them done for the year. Like they almost gonna have a new roster next year just by getting everybody back healthy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, Baker Mayfield been there all year.
Yeah, Baker Mayfield don't even have to participate in this game. They can win it like the Patriots.
That's a good one.
All right, so so what you got, Tony? You got the Browns?
I got the Browns.
All right, Elliot, you got the Ravens?
I got the Ravens, man. I'm going with Lamar.
Who you got, Howard?
Whew, man. Listen, man.
Baker Mayfield.
Hey, man, I think Lamar gonna be pissed off about what happened Sunday, and I think he gonna put on a show. But they defense scare me, man. They defense scare me. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna go with Lamar. I'm gonna go with Lamar.
So you got the Ravens?
I got the Ravens.
All right, I'm going to Ravens, not really because I got a lot of faith in them, but man, I ain't got no faith in Baker Mayfield. Ravens.
But this is what I'm saying. I don't have no faith in Baker Mayfield either, but I feel like they have a better chance of winning a 16-13 game because I don't think Lamar has any help.
Gotcha.
Like their defense might score a touchdown.
Right. All right. So that's the only one we differ on. So we're gonna see who win this. All right, we got the Tampa versus the Bills. Who you got?
Ooh.
I got the Bills.
Yeah, even though it's time for Tampa to lose, I'm gonna go with Tampa on this one.
All right, who you got, Elliot?
I'm going with Tampa Bay.
All right, Tampa.
I got the Bills.
How you got the Bills? You said Tampa, but you got the Bills?
I got the Bills. I ain't say no Tampa. I got the Bills.
All right. So you got the Bills. Tony, you got Tampa, and you got Tampa. Elliot. I'm going to go with Tampa, too.
Man, the Bills just can't run the ball, man. They can't run the ball. What happened?
I don't know. Everything done fell apart with them, man.
That's why you throw it 30 times in a windstorm.
I understand. All right, who you got?
Tampa Bay better hope it ain't no windstorm because they're going to be in trouble.
Yeah. Who you got? Rams, Cardinals.
I'm going to go with the Rams.
I got it.
All right, Tony.
I got the Cardinals.
Cardinals.
I got the Cardinals.
Yeah.
They destroyed them the first time.
Is my man back yet?
Yeah,
So
he came back last week.
Kyler is back, but he's still limping. Hopkins is back, but he's still limping. He's still nursing that hamstring. I trust Ramsey out there, and believe it or not, as much flack as Stafford is taking, he has the third highest quarterback rating or the QB, total QBR in the league from the quarterback position. So, I mean, they have the weapons, and if you watch the game, OBJ starting to look like OBJ.
Yeah.
And so when you got Cooper Kupp on one side, OBJ on the other side, and then Van Jefferson is a big boy, I give them a good shot.
I was going with the Cardinals, Tony changed
my mind. They better block.
Don't forget where Stafford came from. He a product of that line.
They better block that boy. They better block that boy from Arizona.
I'm going for the Rams. All right, who you got? We got
Washington. I'm going with Washington. I gotta go with Washington. Washington. It's them boys.
Who you got, though?
I gotta go with it. I don't know, man. If it's a close game, I got Washington, but I have a feeling this one might get out of hand. Because it don't seem like they turn Heineke loose until the game is close at the end. So it's like they don't lose it. Okay, now go win it. And he's been doing a good job of going to win it. So in a close game, I like what Taylor Heineke brings to the table. I just don't think it's going to be a close game this time. I got to go with the Cowboys.
All right, got Dallas. Who you think I'm going with?
I don't care.
You don't? Okay.
No.
You don't care who I'm going with?
No.
Would it excite you if I said Dallas?
No.
Okay. Right,
who you going with, Howard? Be honest. Who you think
going to hate him?
He going with Dallas.
Man, you need to stop, Ellie. You need to stop, Elliot.
I just want you to be real. Be real. Think about it. Take your time.
I'm being real. I'm being real.
Oh God, hey, that's funny.
Listen, we ain't even gonna be able to see the game together, but we're gonna be together. How about that?
I'm going with Washington. I'm going with Washington. That was a blow up on there. I want you to see that.
They're gonna be blown up in DC.
Well, we're gonna find out. We're gonna see who win. All right, let's get into some segments, man. We got Howard Heroes, where he's gonna talk about the heroes for the weekend.
Man, oh man, did y'all watch this game Saturday? I thought this game was going to be one of the best games of the year. But you know that man over there in Alabama, that coach, that head coach, he reminds me of Bill Belichick. The only difference is he's a college coach. Bama showed Georgia that their defense cannot handle them. Their defense cannot handle them. Bama is going to win the national title again. Put your money on it. They're going to win it again. Nobody's going to beat them. And this game here, man, did y'all see this? This game came down to a tackle at the half-yard line by Baylor. Oklahoma State had hopes of going to the playoffs, but Baylor said, not this year, buddy. Man, the dude caught the dude on the 1-yard line to win the game for Baylor. Come on, Baylor. I'm rooting for y'all, but I'm a Notre Dame man. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job. And this here, man, I was shocked, man. I'm just saying, just a week ago that Duke gonna win the national championship, and then they go to Ohio State and blow a lead, and then get beat by Ohio State. I mean, I know sometimes it got to happen. I still got Duke going to the national championship, but they disappointed me, man. Good job, Ohio State. Y'all in the Big Ten. I'm a Maryland fan. We don't look too good right now. We lost our coach and everything. But good job, Ohio State. Good job.
All right, anybody got anything on that?
You know, when you play with freshmen,
we're going to get a rematch of that Alabama, Georgia.
Oh, man. All right. Well, we do that.
We get a rematch.
We'll do. All right, let's go on to our next segment. We got Elliot's surprises when he talk about our surprises of the week.
There's Hawkinson inside.
Oh boy, the Lions get their first win of the season, 29-27 over the Vikings. No longer in the winless column. The Lions dominated the first half, man. Only to almost give it away in the second. But on the last 75-yard drive, they able to take the game. No longer winless. The surging Bulls. The Bulls is on a roll right now, man. 16-8, 3-0 last week. Second in the Eastern Division. They're heating up right now, man. D. Rosen was like 24.8 points a game over the last 5. Bulls are hot right now, man. They got to watch out. They're coming from Brooklyn. Man, the Washington football team on a roll. 4 straight wins, and they in the playoff hunt, number 6 spot right now in the playoff race, and they got the Cowboys 2 times in the next 3 weeks with a chance to pull closer. I think 2 games out right now. They are in second place in the division, and they playing some ball. Hey, they letting Haneke take over at the end of the game, and it's working out. Watch out for them boys.
All right. Well, look, let's talk about it. Lions, Bulls, Washington. Anybody got anything they want to say on that?
I don't know if it was some sort of a gentleman's agreement between the coaching staff of the Vikings and the Lions, but he said, okay, listen, we are not going to play defense on the last drive. Just don't mess it up. The calls, if you look at it, it looked like 5 of the people on the field was playing man-to-man and 6 of them was playing the zone, and they didn't know what they were doing. It was ridiculous how they let the Lions move the ball like that down the field. It almost, if I knew it was impossible to be fixed, it almost looked fixed how bad they played down the stretch of that game. They really should be ashamed of themselves. But kudos to the Lions for fighting, because they should have won a bunch of games. They should have won the game against Pittsburgh. But
Howard, did they win their first game?
That was good, man. I'm with Tony, man. I don't know what defense they were playing, man. They should be ashamed of themselves. But you can believe down there, he used to be an assistant coach in Dallas. He's not going to have a job after this year. He's done.
Was that their first win?
Who?
Lions.
Detroit?
Yeah.
See,
it's their first win. See, that's what I'm saying. You said they were their first win when they beat the Steelers. See what I'm saying? Yeah, now they really win, and that's their first win. All right, let's go on. I caught you. What do y'all think? Hey, listen, man, listen. Elliot said something I thought that was great. They got Washington 2 times, buddy.
Don't care.
All right. I'm just saying they got them twice. They need these. Dallas got to win these 2 games.
Hey, we're gonna do it.
I would say they ready.
Hey, y'all ain't been playing. Y'all played one decent team.
Who, Washington?
They played one decent team on this win streak. That was Tampa Bay. You get ready to play somebody that's gonna ball, buddy. Y'all gonna have to have your fans on the field for this one.
Hey, Howard, that wasn't a good argument for you because y'all have a common opponent and y'all lost to them and then they beat them.
Tony, shut up, because Denver didn't do nothing the other night. You just don't say another word.
They didn't do nothing. About you. You know what? Here's the thing. I was just telling you that wasn't a good argument.
I don't want to hear what you.
He wins.
We don't want to hear you talking football right now.
We already had our Super Bowl. We smashed the Cowboys like they was the wreck team.
You can't say nothing about nothing.
When the Denver Broncos take the 27th ranked quarterback into Dallas and beat them like.
Can you let him talk about the segment? Because
they beat them like Nick Cannon on drumline.
You living in a fantasy world.
They was just Nick Cannon in the Dallas.
Hey, Howard, the only thing he said was y'all had a common opponent, and he wasn't even aggressive. But he won't even.
He don't need to say nothing.
You right. That's that.
Why
zero? Say zero. He ain't got his hat on tonight. Where his hat at?
Dude, my hairline too nice. I can't put no hat on this. I can't put no hat on that. Next week.
All right, fellas. Look, man. Y'all ain't look, man. This animosity, man. Come on, man.
No.
Come on, man.
It's not animosity. It's delusion of fandom. I wasn't even talking bad about his team, and he want to get defensive, and it won't even nothing to get defensive about.
I ain't talking bad about your team either. I ain't talking bad about your team. They just lost. Everybody team up here won but yours. You don't need to say nothing else.
Okay, let's go back to when we smacked y'all. Let's say that. Okay, say less.
Whatever.
Oh, no, let's move on to the top 5 and see which place that the Cowboys finish in.
You said it better than I did.
Segment.
Yeah, so we're going to start our top 5 by first of all acknowledging the fact that there will be no silver and blue nowhere to be found, because when they had a chance to stay up there, they did what Dallas does. So at number 5, listen,
that wasn't funny.
We all buried them for dead. We thought they were done, and they are on a winning streak right now. They are showing, hey, I'm still a bad man, Patrick Mahomes. The defense, Spagnuolo said, listen, if you can beat the blitz, we'll give you a chance. And he is running everybody. He's sitting in the house. So Spagnuolo, on behalf of my wife.
Okay. They watching the show. How you see that he got his hat? All right, go ahead.
So
when you holding it like that?
Because I got to put my headphones on, man. Hold on, man. Jeez. Got my headphones on. Anyway, the Chiefs at number 4. The winning streak this year, we're going with number 4. Listen, I love what Bill Belichick is doing with this team. He took a rookie quarterback. They started losing, but now they got it back. They're the hottest team in the league. So at number 4, we're going with the Patriots. Number 3, listen, as much as people try to get rid of them, Tampa Bay is still there. They have a quarterback. They have a system. And honestly, with Gronkowski on the field, you're not going to stop them offensively. You're going to have to outscore him because he is the ultimate security blanket, and they have the best combination probably in the history of the NFL. So I go with Tampa Bay. At number 2, I got to go with that bad man up north. Aaron Rodgers is doing his thing, man. And he go out there. So what? My toe is pointing in the other direction, but that's all right. I'm gonna go out there and play. I don't throw with my feet. So he's out there doing his thing, and their defense is starting to play really well. And then number 1, you can't take it from them. They went in with all kinds of adversity. They didn't play without quarterbacks, without running backs, without DNs, without coaches. They had 7 coaches out in one game, and they still went out there and won. So, and if not for a play, a bad read again, I'm gonna say it all year. If Green knew to play, they would be up right now with only 1 loss, and they would have beaten Green Bay. So that's my top 5. Conspicuously absent are the the Ravens, I took them down. That's what I'm gonna talk about. Conspicuously absent are the Ravens because they lost. We're not even talking about that other team anymore.
All right, what y'all think about that top five? Any problems with that, Elliot?
No, man. Hey, I had totally written the Chiefs off. I admit, I had counseled them all. I even have said they won't even make the playoffs. But right now, man, they're one of the hottest teams in the league. I still think they're struggling a little bit on offense. I still think Patrick still finding his way. But the defense is making it happen and keeping them in the game, allowing Patrick to do what he do.
Yeah, what you think? How about that top five?
Pretty good top five. Pretty good. I would have ranked the Patriots where it's hard because Green Bay didn't play. Tampa played and Arizona played. So yeah, it's pretty good. He did a decent job. About time.
Man, I thought that was a good top five. I think it was. I don't really think you can argue with that top five. You really can't.
You can't.
There's really nothing. Who would be 6, Tony?
He started something.
No, I'm not starting anything. How would I not? We did this last week, Elliot. I'm just trying to. No, I'm not. I promise you, I promise
You
Tony.
started something.
No, I'm not. Who would be 6, Tony? It might. I'm just saying.
Probably the team that lost on Monday night. They only lost because it was windy.
You mean the Bills? The Bills would be 6. I mean, I don't know. Who would be 7?
I mean, it was windy.
Who would be 7?
Hold up.
Let me see.
This dude said
7,
the Bills would be 6.
No,
You
they
done
would. I
lost-
would go. I
You
would
put
go.
the Cowboys. You put the Cowboys 6, wouldn't you?
No, I would go with the Rams with 6. Then after the
Cowboys
Rams,
7?
Then the Cowboys 7.
Then the Indianapolis Colts.
Oh, you just
And-
putting anybody by the Cowboys. Elliot, who would you put? What would you put
No.
the Cowboys?
Yeah, I got Cowboys at 7.
Cowboys would be
man. I
7.
ain't gonna
They would be
front.
Cowboys
7.
would be 7. All right, they top
Yeah,
10.
Cowboys would
That's good. That's good. I think I might even put them at 6, personally, myself.
I
Okay.
still think the Rams, only because I still think the Rams, holistically, I think their defense, once they start getting it together. I mean, it's just like with any other team. You can't throw a bunch of superstars together and expect them to click right off the bat. So at the end of the season, I think they're going to be playing when they're already starting to play better. So I think the Rams,
But Tony-
we'll see this week. We'll see this week when they
But
play
Tony,
Arizona.
You saying throwing a defense together with what now? They got one new player, right?
No, dude. Their whole
What?
defense was new. Dude, they lost their safety from last year. They've been throwing pieces together all year.
We
They've
wasn't
been
saying that
adding
when they
pieces.
started off the season undefeated, and we wasn't saying
Yes.
none of that. We were saying the defense was great.
Yes,
We was
because-
talking
yeah.
about your boy,
No.
your boy, and the defensive back.
No. I was never saying their defense was great. I said their offense was great, and their offense took a slide because without Cam Akers, and then they lost Johnson. So once they lost Johnson, they had to completely rely on Matthew Stafford, and it took him back to his Detroit days. You got to have a running game. You have to have a running game, and they haven't been able to keep anybody in that backfield. And so their offenses was letting them down, not their defense. Their defense was never expected to be great, but they were expected to put points on the board. And now their defense is starting to come together and play a little better, so their defense can play, complementary. Now, if they would have just went and signed, if they would have signed Adrian Peterson instead of letting Seattle sign him, I would feel a little bit better about them.
So you saying their defense is coming together now?
Their defense is coming together now, but their defense was never, it was good last year. Then they lost both their safeties. They lost one of their corners. They lost 2 of their interior linemen. Well, one exterior and the other interior lineman. Dude, they were building a new defense all year long. And they lost their defensive coordinator. So it was never, the Rams being good to me was never predicated on their defense, Howard. Watch the games, dude.
But I'm watching the games. I'm just saying
They
the
have-
Rams had one of the best records in the
Elliot.
NFL with their defense and offense. And here you go talking about now their defense. You confusing me.
I don't know why. Listen, I'll say this again slower. Okay. They lost a
You
bunch
ain't got
of
to
people
say it
from
slow. That
last
don't
year.
matter.
Okay. When they started winning this year, they were outscoring everyone. Okay, they outscoring everyone. Their defense was never. They had the best 2 defensive players, but they didn't have the best defense because they lost their defensive coordinator. They lost 5 people from last year's defense, so they were putting it together. Now their defense is starting to come around and become middle of the pack. If they have a middle of the pack defense instead of a bottom third defense, their offense is good enough to make them good for the rest of the league. But in the beginning of the year, their defense was bottom third. Now it's middle of the pack. If they can get somewhere around 12 to 15, I think they'll be a good team.
So when they were losing their games, was it because of their defense?
They lost games because of their defense, yes.
Are you serious?
I didn't say all of the games. I said they were losing games because of their defense as well, and partially because Matt Stafford turning the ball over. The 2 games that they lost that were ridiculous losses because Matt Stafford turned the ball over in opportune time.
So that ain't had nothing to do with their defense then, am I correct?
How? You still missing the
I'm just trying
point?
to make a point here. Since you said
No, you're not. No, you're not, because I was never said that they were winning because of the defense.
They were winning. No, they were winning because they had a great offense. But their defense was pretty good too. So I'm not. You saying that defense is coming together?
Okay, if by pretty good you mean bottom third, then yes, they were pretty good.
Your opinion. That's all I gotta say.
No. Not my opinion. Those are stats, bro. Those are stats. You go look at the
Pull
stats.
up your stats. You even said Ezekiel Elliott ain't never won a running title, so I don't even want to hear that.
Oh,
don't
no,
say
you didn't
that.
go back to the first episode.
I'm not gonna
No,
say
you
that.
didn't go back. Elliot. No, you didn't go back to the first show, Elliot. You went back to the first show.
Why not? Why not?
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I would. Hey, do your thing, baby.
Listen.
That was good. I thought that was good. You pulled that chain out the bullet.
You're right, but unlike you,
as Kevin Hart would say, peon.
Right, but unlike you, I am willing to admit I made a mistake. I was incorrect. It was not my opinion. I didn't know. However, I'm able to admit that you, for some reason,
you said it like you knew. You said it like you knew.
No, actually, if you go back and look at the tape, because I did watch it, I said, wait a minute, he ain't never won no title. There seemed to be some question in the way I was saying it because I wasn't sure. I wasn't looking at stats. But this, sir, I am sure of. Their defense.
You're the one saying look at the
third.
stats. What are you saying? You're the one saying look at the stats. You said that.
What he's doing? You see what he's doing? You.
Hey,
okay.
Bishop. Hey, Elliot, were you up here when he said that? Were you on the show when he said that?
I don't think I was on the first show.
Oh, come on, yo, it might not have been the first show. You remember him saying that? Come on now.
Come on, man.
Come on now. He said it. Yeah, he said it. I was on the show. He said it.
Oh no, I did say it. There's no denying that I said it.
So you talk about reading stats. If we talk about the stats, then you might need to go check up on your stats.
Hey,
how about
let me just say something real quick right here. Tony, you wearing that hat though. You wearing that hat though. You saw he got the hat pulled out over there. You wearing that check though. You styling that check. I'll give you that. Hey, he styling that out. All right, look, real quick, guys. We'll go out. We'll have to go in a second. I got a question real quick. We was talking about Frank Vogel getting fired. Look, what seed would the Lakers be?
7.
Right now they 8.
No, I know what
right now.
I'm saying, where do you think they're gonna end up? Maybe that's a better question.
I don't know because the West is not that good this year.
Yeah,
you got a few teams in the West that's decent. The West is not that good this year to me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm putting them. I probably put them at number 4, because I think they'll be better than the Mavs, the Grizzlies, and the Clippers. I think it's 3 teams in the West, and then everybody else is like the same. And so
Garland Harris is on the chat. He said 3. Y'all think they're gonna make it to the 3rd seed?
Man, listen.
They
got about the same chance of making number 3 as Howard does of saying the Cowboys are just an average team.
Shut up.
Look, all right. So.
Hold on, Bishop.
What I'm saying
hold
is
on.
there's no chance Howard is ever going to say it.
My response to you is, I always say when Dallas is doing good or doing what. Me and Bishop had a talk before this, and I say the offense didn't look well. So, anyway.
Howard has officially entered into my respect for a Cowboy fan. Is him and one other person, and I want to let you know out of all the millions.
One saying shut up in the back.
No.
Hey Howard, hold on, Howard. Would you ever say your team is average? That's what I'm asking you.
Who's average?
I say, would you ever say your team is average?
Would you ever say the Lakers is average?
Of course.
You're the same one that was saying that they go. You're the same one that said that this team that they have is going to win the chip.
I thought this team was going to win the chip. And
you the one that said it, man. Oh, you always reneging on what you say. Well,
I will say, Howard. Now I will say this. From get-go, from Jump Street now, Howard said they was too old.
Right. I don't think they too old.
Howard
I
did
think
say
they
that.
He did say that. From Jump Street, he said it was too old.
He did say that.
I don't. But
He
here's
said
the
they were
thing.
too old.
I don't think they too old. I think they mismatched. So I thought more of Westbrook than Westbrook is giving me. You know what I'm saying? So
let me ask y'all a question. You bet. How is that gonna get fixed?
They can't fix Westbrook. How you gonna fix Westbrook? The only thing that they can do, honestly, is AD got to play all center, and they got to put shooting all around Westbrook. I think that's the only chance they have.
I think first they got to get healthy.
What do you mean? They ain't got but one more person that need to come back. Is Reza, ain't it? Who else? Ain't everybody else playing?
Is the young point guard playing yet?
Horton Tucker still ain't playing.
No, Tucker played. He playing.
Oh, he played. Did he play? Okay.
He been balling. Yeah, he playing. I think the only is Monk playing yet?
He playing too.
Well, whatever.
Yeah, Monk was playing. I think you mean none. But still, none ain't the difference.
That's what I'm saying. They need. Garland is in the chat. I agree with him 100%. They need a coach, man. Frank Vogel is not it. I'm telling y'all.
I don't know.
Frank Vogel is not the coach. Whatever's going on, they ain't listening to him. They ain't.
Frank Vogel ain't missing layups and throwing bad turnovers though. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like you can't
players got to play.
You can't have 12 assists and 9 turnovers every game.
If he can't get Anthony Davis to play center, they need a new coach.
Anthony Davis don't want to play center.
Somebody will get him to play. I bet you if they had Phil Jackson, they'd give him to play center.
He want to stand on the perimeter and shoot.
Since he been there though.
No, he plays.
He wants to stand on the perimeter.
Yeah.
Well, maybe the problem is AD. Maybe the problem AD.
So
maybe AD is not who we thought he was.
No. But here's the reason why I don't say it's just AD, because AD can play power forward. You can have Dwight Howard or DeAndre.
You can't have DeAndre Jordan. They just benched him. They just benched him. He ain't playing no more.
What I'm saying is you can have one of them at center, a non-shooter.
They playing LeBron James at center. No, I'm saying they play LeBron playing center now with AD on the court. LeBron playing center.
Now, what sense does that make?
Crazy.
What sense does that make?
And LeBron talking like he enjoying it. Come on, man. I wish we had more than 3 minutes left because this Lakers situation is really.
Dude, they mismatch, man. You're right. Honestly, I think the worst move they made was not going to get Buddy Hield.
I think that was the. Or I heard DeMar Rosen talking like he thought it was a done deal. He was going to LA.
He absolutely thought it was a done deal, but it was going to be both of them. They had 2 separate trades that was going to set up, but instead, because they didn't want to pay DeMar Rosen for that long, because they didn't think he was going to be that dude. And to be fair, he is also a non-shooter as well, but they don't need him to be able to shoot. In the Bulls, he doing exactly what he need to do, and he crushing. So they made. I put this on Pelinka. Pelinka made mistakes.
You think it's LeBron?
Man, Buddy Hield ain't even starting in Sacramento no more.
Yeah, bro, but he will be starting for the Lakers.
Yeah, that don't mean that. That don't mean that. I think DeMar DeRozan would have been a better choice, though.
Yes, I go
think
with
he
that
would've
because
been a better
DeMar
choice.
DeRozan is balling.
And I think he'll get you 19 to 20 points a game in LA without them 9 turnovers.
Without them 9 turnovers. And that's the biggest thing, man. Russell Westbrook turns the ball over too much. I like Russ, but sometimes, man, slow down. I think his body moving, his mind still think he old Russ, but his body not keeping up.
No, yeah, I agree. Old Russ was a turnover machine too. But but I agree with you. Yeah. All right, look, guys, we had a phenomenal show again. We did it. We at the end. We had our last word. I wanted to give a couple minutes. Elliot has the last word tonight. Elliot, go. You got last word, buddy.
And I just want to talk about self-love, man. All them Washington football team fans, I just want to give you kudos. Staying on the wagon. Respect yourself. Love yourself. Until the end.
All right, man. We thank you guys for a good show. Sports Talk Unfiltered. We'll see you guys next week, 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, right here on Kingdom Purpose TV.